So the 2026 FIFA World Cup is being primarily hosted in the United States. Canada and Mexico are also co-hosts of the competition, but most of the matches will be played in the US. Indeed, all the matches from, I believe, the quarter-final stage onwards will be played in America. Now, the final itself has caused a bit of controversy because, apparently, the final of the World Cup will have a Super Bowl-style halftime show. Yes, seriously. Guys, that is for the wrong kind of football. But let's have a look here, guys, because at the end of the day, there was always going to be something like this happening. This is the United States. They have a very unique kind of culture around sports, and halftime shows are definitely a part of it. A big part of the Super Bowl, the NFL grand final, basically. And now they want to bring it into the World Cup for 2026 as well. Right, let's dive in. Full article on thefootballchronicle.com as always. The 2026 FIFA Men's World Cup final at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey will feature a Super Bowl style halftime show. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has confirmed, marking a break from football tradition. Announced last February as the New York Jersey Stadium, the venue will host the final on the 19th of July 2026. Now with a twist British fans may not warm to. I'm ice cold on this one, personally. Not a fan. Infantino revealed the plan on Instagram. I can confirm the first ever halftime show at the FIFA World Cup final in New York, New Jersey. This will be a fantastic, historic moment for the FIFA World Cup and a show befitting the biggest sporting event in the world. Football's standard 15-minute halftime offers little room for the 30-minute spectacle seen at the Super Bowls. Think Kendrick Lamar, Usher or Rihanna. No word yet on extending the break. If they extend the break, that would be absolutely ridiculous. That's just breaking the sanctity of football, man. This isn't football tradition. Coldplay's Chris Martin and Phil Harvey will advise FIFA on the show and a Times Square takeover. We also spoke about how FIFA will take over Times Squares for the final weekend of the FIFA World Cup in 2026 during both the bronze match, the third place playoff to me and you, and the final, Infantino said. These will be two incredible matches featuring some of the biggest players in the world, and what better way to celebrate them in the historic Times Square in New York City. I also want to thank Chris Martin and Phil Harvey of Coldplay, who will be working with us at FIFA to finalise the list of artists who will perform during the halftime show as well as at Times Square. Details on artists and logistics remain under wraps. The list of artists who will perform during the halftime show. So that is making me think that there's going to be more than one. Are we going to have like a Live Aid situation where they've got like 10 minutes or something to perform? Which, to be fair, they only have 15 minutes anyway, or they should only have 15 minutes, right? So, Listen, I'm not someone who is against things changing in football, right? I get it has to move with the times to an extent, but it has to do it in the right way. A halftime show, I know what they're doing. They're appealing to the American audience. That is exactly what they're doing. They're appealing to the fans in the stadium. I get that, right? I understand that. But at the same time, that's not football. That is not football. There's nothing wrong with entertainment being on at halftime. You know, whenever I go watch my team, Sheffield United, you know, something will be happening at halftime. You know, the stadium announcer will be saying, you know, reading out names for people's birthdays that have been, you know, allowed to do that sort of thing. You know, you can pay a certain amount of money and you get read out. You know, you can also get, you know, you can get little charity things and little events that are coming up at the stadium. Just kind of little things like that. That's fine. There's no problem with that at all. I don't want like just silence during halftime. But at the end of the day, halftime for me in football, that is a time, depending on what's happening, depending on the time of day, the occasion, everything, grab a beer, get a cup of tea, get a cup of coffee, get another bottle of pop if you don't drink, get some more snacks. Or if you don't want to do any of that stuff, listen to the halftime analysis of the 45 minutes of football we've just saw. We're not going to get that if there's a halftime show. We're going to get people analysing, I don't know, Rihanna's dancing moves or whatever. I have no idea who is going to be performing for that. But I tell you what, I guarantee anything. I will stake everything on this. It's going to be cringe as anything. It is. It just is. It's just going to be tacky and fake and not football. It's going to be soccer. That's what it's going to be. It's not going to be football. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But guys, what do you think? Does the football World Cup final need a halftime show? I can barely even say that with a straight face because I know the answer. Your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sure you've got plenty of them. And of course, for much more stories from the weird and wacky world of football, do keep it tuned here to thefootballchronicle.com. Have a great day, guys. And yeah, try to forget you heard about this because it's going to be an absolute mess. I guarantee it.